Welcome in, everybody, and it's time for another update with Harness Race New Zealand Chief Executive Peter Jensen. And obviously, Peter, in terms of what's happened this week, Alert 4 looks like we're through the worst of it. What does that mean in terms of a return to racing?
Dave, look, that's a really good question, and one I've been asked a lot since the announcement came yesterday. And unfortunately, we're just not 100% clear on what that does look like. So RITA are leading work with the codes, with government, just to get clarity on that. And I think it's clear that everybody wants to get back to work, no matter what industry you're in. So you can imagine that the various government departments that are involved have been beseeched with inquiry. But look, we are working cooperatively with them, and I would like to think that we'll have an update early next week so we can let everybody know what that looks like. Of course, the PM is due to announce on Monday whether or not we are moving to level 3, and it's important to understand that yesterday's announcement was what level 3 looks like, not the fact that we are moving. So we need to wait and anticipate that. If we are, then clearly we need some clarity on what that looks like for everybody, and we will get that, and we'll be ready to provide information to people as soon as we've got that clarity that we need.
Does logic tell you that Alert Level 3 means a return to racing, even if those meetings are closed to the public, as you would expect they would be?
Can't say that, Dave. Certainly under Alert Level 2, we were racing on the way into lockdown, as everybody knows. We had several meetings under that protocol, and that worked well, public excluded. But look, it's just too early to say what Level 3 looks like. We need to get that clarity from the government, as I say, as every industry is looking to do at the moment.
What are you hearing from trainers in terms of their availability, if you like? When would they be ready to race? When would they be ready to have their horses, race ready, if you like?
But we are doing some work on that. The IT team's done some work with InfoHorse, which allows trainers to enter into the system now to let us know approximately when they think horses will be ready to come back. That'd be really helpful to us if everybody can participate in that process. Everyone should have got an update via email on that. So look, what we're seeing is there is a pent-up demand to want to get back to the races, but of course, we haven't got a pool of fit horses just at the moment. So we're going to need some time from whenever we are advised we can go back to the races. We're going to need some time to allow horses to be worked up to get fit and to be ready to go back.
The way things are at the moment, there have been some reports that there could be a return to racing in late May. May 29th is the date that's been sort of earmarked. Can you confirm that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, what's happening, Dave, is that the dates for the balance of the season for all three codes will be out for consultation early next week. So that's a process that RITA run, and they go to the clubs. It's part of the racing net that requires them to consult. So that'll go out to all of the clubs, whether you are scheduled to race or not. They'll go through the consultation process, and then after that, we'll be able to confirm what those dates look like.
Just tell us about Level 4. How difficult has that been for you in terms of logistically, running the business the way that you do?
Well, I've got pretty good at Zoom meetings, Dave. I probably have no less than 6 and sometimes up to 10 Zoom meetings. But one good thing is that we were prepared technology-wise before we went in. Zoom, as an example, is a product that we used. I'm used to working away from the office, one sense or another. So I think it's the social isolation that's the challenge more than anything else. You can get your work done, and I certainly have stuck to a very rigid timetable. I still get up at 6 o'clock every morning and prepare for my day and start and get on with it. And I think that's been a really useful exercise. But the fact that I went and got the rubbish bins in twice yesterday, that was sort of my highlight in terms of getting outside. And I guess that's the challenge, is to keep up the physical exercise, to keep your diet right, and then, of course, to stay in touch with your team. I have talked to a lot of people in the industry, both via Zoom and on the phone, and I think that's been useful to try and stay in touch with what's happening, and also, of course, with the other codes and with RITA.
You talked before about Level 3 and what that might look like. Is it more a case of Level 2 being a bit more back to normality, if you like?
Well, certainly we know under Level 2 that we raced and we did it successfully. So that's as much as we know now. What we need to understand is if we are able to race under Level 3, what does that look like, and would it be different to what Level 2 does? And that's the work that needs to be done. We can't get ahead of ourselves. It's absolutely imperative that we comply with what the government direction is, as every industry needs to. Racing's not different in that sense.
Are you getting a sense from trainers that they'd be good to go, if they can race sort of late May, early June?
I think some will be. It depends on your situation. Those on private training facilities who can keep horses ticking over without any staff coming in. Obviously, they're going to be a little further advanced than those people that use a public training facility. So it will be a mix.
And just looking ahead till Monday with this big announcement, what's the sort of scenario that you'd be looking forward to hearing from the government?
Well, I guess on a personal level, like everybody else, I'd love to see two things. One is that we move to alert level 3, and two, some guidance around how long we'll be in alert level 3, 4. I think those are the things that we're all craving for. We want to understand the process for getting back to normal in our work lives and in our personal lives. So looking forward to that. I think the government's done a really good job in difficult circumstances, kept the nation informed, and look, we'll learn more on Monday as we did yesterday.
All right, Peter, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your weekend, and no doubt we'll chat next week with some more updates.
Thank you, Dave. I wish everyone a good weekend, whatever that looks like under the lockdown. Really appreciated the ongoing support we've had from the industry. Everyone I know is keen to get back, but we just need to make sure that we dot I's, cross T's, get it right, and then we'll all be back to racing as we'd like to be at some point.